Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what message are your spirit guides desperately trying to send you. And to do this reading we will be pulling out, looks like we've got the first one, 3 cards together. You can pick your piles today either through the cards, the crystals, which I will be placing on top of each card shortly. You can pick your pile using your zodiac signs. If that is your preferred method, you will find a timestamp for that below. Or you can even pick your pile using the section of spirit. Please pick my pile. It's another option. If you're interested in that, you'll also find the timestamp for that below. All right, so what message are your spirit guides desperately trying to send you? Let's find out. For pile 1, you've got the skunk and magnolia. For pile number 2, you've got the mouse and buttercup. And for pile number 3, you've got the fox and ivy. If you prefer to pick your piles, as mentioned, using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the white howlite point. For pile number 2, you've got the yellow jasper. And for pile number 3, you've got the dragon's blood jasper. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you specifically today to the messages that your spirit guides desperately are trying to send you. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps below. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Please note that in a moment I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if this is something that you would like to do today, then stick around. Okay, so if you want to pick your pile using your zodiac signs, this is your section today. In a moment after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into it. So how many do we have here? 3. Let me pull one more. And then 3. Let me pull one more. And then these will be the signs for pile number 3. Okay, let's see what we've got. For pile number 1, the signs are Sagittarius, Libra, Leo, and Virgo. For pile number 2, the signs are Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, as well as Gemini. And for pile number 3, the signs are Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, as well as Cancer. Okay, so my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. These are just different suggestions. What you resonate with is the most important thing at the end of the day. And as usual, once you know, once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps for each pile below. click on your times, and I will see you in your readings. And finally, if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile today, this is your section. As we always do, the Magician will be presenting pile 1, the High Priestess will be presenting pile 2, and the Empress will be presenting pile number 3. I will be shuffling the cards as we ask Spirit. If you are in this section and you would like for Spirit to pick your pile for you here today, what would Spirit pick for you today? What is your pile? Oy, thanks. That was nice. Your pile is pile number 3. Okay, so these are the different ways in which you can pick your pile. I hope you've enjoyed all of them and find the way that you most prefer for today's reading. You know the drill. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps below. Click on your times, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at a message from your spirit guides that they are desperately trying to send you. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them down below for you guys. Oh, you've got 2 cards here. The way I want to do this reading today is that I want to have the oracle cards up top as the highlight of the reading, giving us the idea of the main message that your spirit guides are desperately trying to send you. And then we'll be expanding with your tarot deck, your tarot cards. Okay, so very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful white Howlite point. Your significator card is the skunk and magnolia with the keyword protection. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Sagittarius, Libra, Leo, and Virgo. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and check out your oracle cards. You've got, prostitution, interesting. Collective plague. It says degrading behavior, depravity, scam, pimping, belittlement, manipulation. Very interesting card. Oh my god. Okay, like there's something about behavior, especially you've got the skunk here. I don't know. Between giving and receiving. Let's find out. Right, so you've got Venus in Scorpio with secrets. Yeah, you know, prostitution also involves secrecy, perhaps due to the shame of what some might see about it. So there's secrets here. You've got mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. Also, you've got spy. Right. You've got it's impossible, supernatural power, psychic. And you've got the vengeance with overcoming slights, as well as the keyword a choice. Very interesting reading. What's up with that? I think they are trying to show you. Is this like someone trying to make use of you in life, or is it something that they want you to see that you're not seeing? But you got the mirror. Is this something that they want you to notice that you may be doing without realizing? I don't know. Let's check out. Is this card about someone in their lives, the Death card, and the Queen of Swords. It's a very interesting reading today. Let me take a minute to absorb this. Oh, drop the emotions. Okay, hold up. Okay. Perhaps with the mirrors here, your guides want you to drop lower vibration emotions that are slipping from you without you realizing. Because with the skunk here, all these emotions will eventually, like the skunk, they reek the place with a bad smell, like the smell just reeks. There's something about how the extreme low vibration is going to really have an effect in your life, and you want to look at this. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Is it things about comparison with others? Is it things about shame that you have with regards to something you're doing? There's some form of fear, extreme fear. It could be extreme fear. The Death here, this is talking about your guides desperately wanting you to stop this. Something about your thoughts here. They want you to bring your thoughts back to balance, because it will have, by time, a huge effect on your life. They are saying something regarding, along the lines of the things you are overthinking about are impossible. They're not as bad as your mind is brewing them to be. Don't worry. It's not about. It's like, if it's bad, it's not as bad. If you really feel bad, for example, for doing something, it's like, I think the cards here are extreme, trying to mimic the hidden energy that is wreaking havoc within you and about to wreak havoc without you. It's like, it's not so bad. Do we all make mistakes? Absolutely. It's okay. It's all about really reflecting and growing, seeing the shadow behind it all, and trying to do better. With regard, if it's fears, then this is talking about how your fears have become so strong that they're starting to imagine things that are impossible. And like, I'm not saying they're impossible. Obviously, if you're worried about them, they do happen here and there. But it's not as probable as your mind, where your mind's taking you. There's something about the vibration at this moment becoming very low, and it's about to wreak havoc in your life. And your guides want to protect you from it. Death card is really saying, end these thoughts. It's not productive. It's not taking you anywhere. It's a choice. Overcoming slights, like overcoming these tricks that your mind is pulling you towards. So between the giving and the receiving, this is all about a balance. You want to drop your emotions and think about this rationally. Do you need to be careful with some things in your life that your mind is trying to show you? Absolutely. Is it something wrong that you want to adjust? Absolutely. Go ahead, reflect, meditate, take some notes, and see how you can do better the next time. Are the fears that you have, do they have a valid reason? Perhaps they do. Obviously, your mind is trying to send you a message, but don't overthinking and dwell and find yourself going down a rabbit hole into infinity. Because it's going to take you to a place of fear where it's unreasonable. And sometimes you reach a point where the unreasonable starts becoming reasonable and starts coming true, not because they were reasonable as thoughts from the beginning, but because these lower vibrations can take you to a new vortex. You know how they say we plug into new realities. We when we manifest things, we are the ones that all these realities are existent, and we're the ones that plug into it. All these infinite realities are there. So what are you plugging into? Don't plug there, because what may be unreasonable in your reality at the moment may just become reasonable by you plugging into it. It's the same thing that we do when we manifest and imagine things. It's the same power. How you imagine things crystal clear for so long that you start making it happen into your life. It's the same thing we do in the new year. As a collective ritual, we start believing so strong that it's a new chapter. Everyone starts drawing them, everyone starts envisioning them, and then we see the magic. It starts happening, whether this year or the next. That's why everybody talks about vision boards. So all I'm trying to say as a summary here is that your guides are saying, be careful. What you envision and look into for so long starts becoming a reality. And don't get into, you want to pay attention to these secret lower vibrations. And it's one of you're using one of the strong powers of life with secrets that you're attuning to that ancient knowledge. You're doing a good job with it, but it's taking you to a lower, to a direction that you don't want. Use that same power to get what you want. So with the Queen of Swords, don't let the lower vibrations take you there. Use that power that you have to take you where you want. So take the note, of course, of what you're worried about or what you're feeling ashamed of or whatever. Do something about it, that's for sure. But use that power today to imagine with the Queen of Swords a reality that you want to manifest, and it is going to happen for you. You know, it is really real how our emotions affect the frequency and the vibration that we send out into the universe, and it directly affects the sort of experience we have in our lives as well as our thoughts. These things are real. You change your vibration, you change your thoughts, and you watch magic happen in your life. Especially during the time of transformation, when we are working through our emotions and trying to heal them. When we are releasing our emotions, and the funny part is when we're releasing emotions, we're feeling that intense fear, anger, shame. When we allow them to be released and sit with them, it's one of the powerful times when we find our realities shift in our lives, because they're finally being released. We're not suppressing them, and they are secretly, attracting all these things that you don't want in your life. So I would say your message is strongly first encouraging you to stop dwelling into these emotions. So that's the first thing, because you are increasing whatever emotions are being suppressed. These are very tricky secrets, overcoming slights. These are unseen vibrations, but they wreak havoc. And the magnolia, they're ancient flowers, and they've learned to protect themselves through the thick skin that they have. So there's something about, if you want to develop thick skin when it comes to energy, you must release the type of emotions that are wreaking havoc within, so that you can vibrate higher and have a stronger energetic field. Do you see the light right there? So there's something about sit, Queen of Swords, release these emotions so that you can find your mental balance. Release these emotions. Let's find out how you're guided to release your emotions. It says a choice. It's a choice that you can make. How are you guided to easily release these emotions? The Hierophant. If you need to work with an expert here, the Hierophant, then they can help you a lot if this is something that resonates with you. Four of Pentacles. And the Eight of Cups. You're holding on to them. There are ideas and thoughts and beliefs with the Hierophant that you are holding on to like dear life, thinking it's the thing that saves you, but it is not the thing that is saving you. It is the thing that's keeping you in place. Things like, for example, let's talk about shame, for example. You guilt tripping yourself all the time. You think that's being a better person. While it's very important to acknowledge our mistakes, dwelling on them and feeling bad about them is the part of the holding on that must be released. It's important to learn from them, remember to do better next time, and then release these shame. There's no use in living the guilt and the shame. If these are fears, it's the same thing. You think that you being afraid is your way of protecting yourself from not taking the necessary action. It's all about taking note, having an action plan, and then releasing them. You can't do anything more than that. It's time to release these emotions, because really, if you're afraid of something, they are drawing it to you. So let them go. That's what I see is one of actually the best ways to release your emotions, and not to engage with them, to sit with them and allow them to release without engaging in them. If they do occur, like, for example, if you simply feel worried now, that's okay to sit down. The experts always say to, I'm not an expert, but the experts always say to watch these emotions as a third person, to like observe how it feels like without engaging in them until they are finally released, and to take the learning and release the emotion itself. Take the message it wants to give you, what it's trying to teach you, and release these, move away from these emotions. Don't sit with it. They are not as valuable as you think. Holding on to them so tightly is tied to an idea that you must, when really it's all about the message itself and not the emotion at all. That is the valuable part. So overall, I'm seeing a message of don't worry, you're protected. Nothing is going to happen to you. You are loved. We all make whatever mistakes. Don't shame yourself in that way, whatever this is. And just see where the opportunity of growth is, so that you can move away from these vibrations. Okay. And if there is comparison here with mirror, mirror on the wall, it's the same thing. Don't dwell into these comparisons, because it is going to take a toll on you. Remember to focus on your own growth and transformation, and let all of the outside be focus on you. The things you're afraid of that are triggering the comparison, again, it's not going to happen. Don't plug into that reality. Okay, so building the thicker skin. Building the thicker skin allows you to have a stronger aura, and you will see that most of the things that you are living and worried about, or currently feel like it's a huge thing in your life, these will dissipate and they will not be part of your reality any longer. And I'm noticing that the emotions are intense. It's like, drop it. The cards, secrets, prostitution, mirror, it's impossible. The emotions are skunk, every card is very intense. And there's something about drop this intensity. It's putting you in a state of discombobulation. You're not able to think about things carefully and realistically, and focus on your growth and release instead. Okay, so let's complete your message. You've got the Chariot, the Four of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Five of Cups, And finally, you've got the Seven of Wands. They are saying that you will always find a strategic move. There's no such thing as, in your life at least, in your case, in your situation, in your life, energy, there's no such thing as you won't be able to move or you won't be able to find a strategic solution. Your guides are saying you're greatly protected. You have no idea how, and you will always find a way out, even when you feel like there isn't. You just got to be in that state, radiating strength, to be able to receive your guidance and your clear path. In this path, you will find it easy to move. In your mind at the moment, you might be thinking and overthinking. It's impossible. There's no way out of something. If this happens to me, I don't know what I'm going to do. But really, your guides are saying, if anything ever happens to you, you will always find a strategic move out of it. So don't dwell into something and suffer now when things do in fact happen in any situation in life. You will always be equipped to move as if it's not an issue at all. But you want to be in that strength state to move that easily. So don't suffer. And with the Four of Cups, you do see here that even when you are at your lowest, feeling hopeless, not knowing how things are going to happen, with a new message, you will be surprised to find something out there that is sent by your spirit guides to help you in your situation, and you will be surprised with the Page of Wands. Again, that idea that it's going to flow beautifully, easily, without resistance. So what you are imagining now, the shame, the comparison, the guilt, the fear, whatever these emotions are, they are of course valid. You feel them, but don't dwell in them. Your worries about the past or the future are just a tool your mind is using you to protect you, but they are at the end of the day wreaking havoc, and they're making you suffer. Your mind, your physical mind, isn't going to ever know as your spiritual mind. So tap into that mind better, because with that, you'll be able to flow without resistance, and you will be able to find things to help you out. The world is more magical than our physical minds think, and it flows in a much different way than the reason and the logical ways we see. So your guides want you to focus on healing with the Five of Cups. They want you to focus on the sadness. You know, the idea of the Five of Cups is that there is always, and that keeps popping up here, there is always solutions. There's always things that you can do better. There's always room for growth. There's always positive things amidst the darkness. That's the idea of the Five of Cups. So it is, if you continue to soothe yourself using coping, the usual coping ways that you use to deal with the sadness or the shame or the fear, whatever it is, it might help temporarily, but it won't allow you to see the positive and the great things that lie ahead. The things that you're not seeing at the moment, or the positive things in the situation that you can use, or the great growth that is the opportunity for you to do something great with the coping mechanism. You want to deal with it once and for all, because they lie within, wreaking havoc in a way that you can't see. So with the guidance that you've just received in few minutes ago about sitting with it, which seems to be the biggest message, to sit with it, as well as seeing the message and then releasing the emotion, the Eight of Cups, you will always be able to move strategically, and you will always be able to see the benefit out of the situation, you know, the yang within the yin. So your best bet with the Seven of Wands is to stand up to these loud voices, these loud emotions, roar, roar, roar. To stand up to it and not give in to it. You need to hush them out of your life once and for all. As you can see here, your guides are saying it's a choice. Let it go. Nothing is going to happen to you. You're protected. We are there for you. Now, when it comes to what's going to happen with the situation that you have in mind, that's the important part as well. That's an important part as well, to help soothe your mind with regards to it, the shame, the fear, the comparison, whatever it is, to help ease your mind with it. What's the prediction of whatever this is? Please, for pile 1, the Fool card. You see the bird here? It's kind of like, don't worry, we got you. Okay. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. You're going to be doing great. Thriving and doing great. If you're worried about finances, you're going to have a lot of it. If you're worried about your health, because the Queen of Pentacles is cooking, you're gonna blossom with the flowers. Anyways, in all cases, the Queen of Pentacles is living the life. So basically, this is talking about you're gonna be living your life. You're gonna be doing well. It's like the Fool, you know. It's like, get into your life, you know, enjoy it. We've got you. Do the enjoying part. You've got the Three of Swords. That which was broken in your life, the things that broke your heart, we're going to fix it for you. And we're going to make it very valuable. You know, it's the art of kintsu, the Japanese art of kintsu. Putting things together with gold is what I remember when I look at this card. So there's something about, yes, there are some things that hurt you. Maybe even you hurt yourself. You are in the process of fixing it at the moment. You're going through a phase of your life called fixing, healing. Especially the things that broke and the ones that you feel so bad about. Maybe even things about other people hurting you. Could be talking about karma. It could be talking about watching your rights come back, a situation being fixed that is important for you, the healing of your heart, something that you've lost. There's something about fixing here. Don't worry. That which broke your heart is going to be fixed. Don't worry about it. Live your life in a balanced way. Enjoy it. Go out there. Have fun. We've got you. It's going to be fixed little by little. Don't worry. The Magician. The magic. The Magician, the magic. You will be seeing a lot of magic in your life. When it comes to this situation that you're overly thinking about, you will see magic. It's like you're imagining things going down one way when it's really full of magic. So allow the magic to happen. Remember, the Magician is all about as within, so without. So don't plug yourself into another reality that's not yours when you're already moving into great magic. Don't interfere with the frequency kind of thing. And you're going to observe magic, especially if you attune to it. So this is probably why a while ago through a card I remembered to tell you plug into a different reality. I don't remember which cards it was, but create your own reality. Yeah, the frequency and the emotions. Create your own reality. Plug into the right reality. I can't remember the cards, but I remember your message. Plug into the right reality. You're already moving in that direction. Don't sway it. And if you want to go there quickly, match that vibration. Oh, wow. And finally, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. answering your questions about what's going to happen to the situation. You're going to be abundant. It's going to go, the tens are a pinnacle of an energy. So it's going to go even better than you think. You're going to be very lucky and abundant in this situation. I see you gathered with people that you love. I see you being fulfilled and happy. I see you achieving so much. I see you living a balanced life of, both cards show a life that is fun, fulfilling, but is full of abundance and happiness. So focus on the healing, focus on the reality that you want, and plug into that. Take the message, but plug into the reality that you want. Plan for this, for whatever is going on now, but energetically and emotionally always plug into the reality that you want. And that's the most important thing. That is your spirit guide's desperate message, the message that they've desperately been trying to send you. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading, my dear pile number 1. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. This all really does help the channel. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what message are your spirit guides desperately trying to send you. These are the decks that I'll be using today in your reading. I'm going to be placing them up top, and I will regard them as the main message that you're meant to hear. It's funny, I'm getting a lot of oracle cards. It's going to be the main message of today, and then we'll be expanding using your tarot cards throughout the reading itself. Oh, okay, thank you. Right, so this is the plan. I hope you make use, like you really get great use of today's message. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful yellow Aventurine. Your significator card is the Mouse and Buttercup with the keyword innocence. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, so let's see what this is all about and what are they desperately trying to send you. Okay, we'll check out your main message first. So you've got Saturn in Cancer with Charity. Okay. You've got Truth. Wow, that's a strong card. Truth. It's the 8th Enneagram, if I'm not mistaken, or type 8. In any case, the keywords here are straightness, trustworthy, lawful, reality, objectivity, and compassion. Okay. You've got the Shepherd with celebration, and the other keyword is family. Right. You've got the Sailor, new influences as well as wanderlust. And finally, you've got, can you see your deck here? I think you can. You've got Big City. Some of the keywords here are melting pot, traffic, pollution, subway, poverty, skyscraper, crowd. It definitely gives exciting energy, a big city, with the skyscraper and everything. And evil rule. All right. Hero, final battle, oppression, communism, tyrant, fascism. Anyways, all of that. So what am I seeing? That there's dark, and I don't want to say dark as in ooh scary, but there's something a bit, what can I say? evil and evil rule. With the darkness here, there's some truth that you're not seeing. Because with the innocence being your significator card, it looks like you are innocently going after something. You know how the buttercups, they have this bright yellow color. Obviously, something is super tantalizing. Super tantalizing in your point of view. Something is really pulling you. And you are innocently going towards it. You're like, oh, what's that? I love that. It's the same energy I'm picking up with the big city. You know how when someone moves from a regular city to this like a huge city with skyscrapers and all of that, and there is this initial, oh, wow, what an amazing place, you know, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to move. Oh my God, it's amazing. But then later on, just like poverty is in the card here, along with all of the wildlife in this big city and all the amazement we see and the cool people and all of that, there are other things in there. There's a strong reality there that people who live there will tell you about. Like, oh, you know, I know it's amazing and everything, tantalizing and everything, but you know, things like, oh, but the taxes here are super high, or oh, everything here is expensive, or oh, there's like, it's unsafe here in this particular city. Oh, this, oh, that, you know, I can go on forever. But there is something about an energy that you're really looking forward to, be it love, be it an exciting journey, be it a wish that you have that is really drawing you at the moment, a person that you really admire and believe in, a new direction, a new industry that you're getting into. It could really be anything, this awe energy. And so overall, I see that your guides are talking to you about a path that your heart is set on, that you really love, that you are following, trying to enjoy, move towards, that you're sailing towards. It's a new influence, and there's a lot of energy of wanderlust, obviously. But there is a stark difference between what you are feeling towards it and its reality. Does it mean that what you're feeling towards it is not right, that it's a lot of fun? Absolutely. But does it also not mean that there are some things that you are innocently not seeing there at the moment, stark, big, shadowy part of it that you're not seeing? Absolutely. And if you're wondering, oh, I'm trying to get there, why isn't it happening that quickly? I feel like your guides are saying we're really protecting you from what you're not seeing. We want you to continue to be happy. And charity here is talking about how we're going to lovingly give it to you, but we want to give it to you kind of like when you can handle it, as well as when the more we teach you about it, the more you're going to be able to handle it. So it's kind of like we're giving it to you little by little. You see, the hands here are waiting to receive, and the hands here are giving, but there's a line. There's Saturn, the energy of going through the learning to receive what we want, right? So there's something about you must learn first, and you will be very thankful that to receive it when you have learned about its reality, because then you can enjoy this amazing thing without falling victim to it. It's exactly like, let's talk about the exact example of the big city here. Is everyone in this big city suffering? Obviously not. There are people who are doing well. They understand its dangers, they understand its workabouts, they understand, oh, this a specific part of the city, they can do this, so I need to go there prepared, or that's how things work in the government here, this is what happens, this is that, we can, they are aware. All I'm trying to say is that they are aware of its ins and outs, they are aware of the dangers, they are also aware of the wonderful things about it, and they just know how to handle it better. Each one in that particular city will have their own experience towards it. Speaking of cities, actually, and even if we're not talking about wealthy people, the wealthy people that are enjoying the city to its fullest, even the people who are going through the same realities of particular issues pertaining to a city, they will tell you totally two different experiences. Let's say the high prices of the city. One family will tell you, yeah, the prices are high, but we've made sure we've saved well, we've made sure we don't overspend, we've made sure we've done that so that we don't fall victim into the problems that would usually arrive. And by the way, what I'm saying here could be naive, right? Because other people will tell you, oh, we've done all of that and that still didn't save us. So I'm just giving an example here. I'm not saying, ooh, that's the right way to do one thing or the other. Just a disclaimer. So my point here is that your guides are saying, we can see you following something that your heart is yearning for. We want you to continue to live in that beautiful energy. We don't want to interrupt your beautiful energy. And so, sailor, the shepherd, follow our guidance and be patient, because we will be able to guide you to exactly where you want to go in due time without having to go through all of the, let's say, evilness pertaining to it. You'll be able to bypass that. You won't fall victim to its evil rule or the evil reality of it, as perhaps you could have with that type of energy. You're not meant to get into all of this, let's say, mess of it. So that is the truth of the reality, and you have to know that within this adventure that you're going through, it does hold the yin and the yang. There is wonderful things about it, but there is also some things that you must be careful. A very heavy energy that you want to be careful with, and taking it bit by bit, and just trusting the process and celebrating each phase that you get into with regards to this thing is what's required from you in order to enjoy your journey without suffering. So yeah, live it phase by phase. Okay, let's now expand using your tarot cards. So, wow, going with the flow. Exactly. The sailor, go with the flow. Just enjoy every phase of it. This is the Ace of Cups. Integration, the yin and the yang. We were just talking about that. Wow, this is the World card. I have something for you here. Very interesting. Now that you're getting another message. You see the Ouroboros here. It's a full cycle. There is something about you going through this whole learning cycle very quickly. So if you're wondering about time, is this going to take a long time for me to get what I really want? No, it's actually going to happen very quickly, especially with the Ace of Cups. If you enjoy it and just go with the flow, trust the process, that prevents resistance, right? And it allows energy to flow. If you are not resistant, you'll be able to see the good as well as learn what you want to be careful with. With that special type of integration, you're not going to be naive. 0 reminds me of the Fool card, which is the number of this card. It's an oracle card with the number 0. So it's definitely linked to the Fool card. So you don't want to go through this experience with a lot of naivety. But you don't have to take a long time to learn it either. Just don't resist the energy. Be studious in every step to learn the truth. Don't cut corners. This is all with straightness here. It's continue to learn what everything is showing you, because your guides will be showing you and guiding you with every step. They're trying to show you many things. And also, don't be so judgmental, with compassion here. when you do see things that you don't like, don't be so judgmental. Try to have an open mind and have compassion towards what's going on, to understand why things are the way that they are. It doesn't mean that you should not have your boundaries high and make sure you're okay and protected, of course, but with objectivity, like look at your point of view, and look at the different point of views and try to understand why things are happening the way they are. This will give you a great perspective to what you can do best and how to make the best out of the situation at hand. With reality, this is the reality of things. With lawful, like, I don't know, maybe these are the laws. These are the laws. They, the Romans say, Suda lex, sed lex. The law is harsh, but it is the law. So there's like, this is reality. You might not like everything about it, about the situation, but it is the situation at hand right now. So learn to understand it and learn how to work with it in a way that works with your values and your beliefs and your boundaries, instead of like judging it. And continue to be trustworthy. You continue to be holding the values that are dear to you. Continue to be you, but just understand the reality of everything and learn to work with what you've got, is kind of the situation that I'm seeing here. So don't be resistant and don't rush. Take your time. Enjoy every phase of it. Enjoy the beautiful things about each phase. So for example, if this is a relationship, don't rush to the next step. Enjoy every part of it, and don't be attached to the end result. But at the same time, keep your values and keep the things that are that you believe in. And in any case, you can see with the Ace of Cups and the World card, you're going to learn very quickly. Just go with the flow. All right, let me turn on the light and I'll be back. Okay, so you've got the Five of Wands with totality. Do you see? It's all going to come together. The Five of Wands is like a struggle, but it's a constructive struggle, like a productive struggle. That energy of the fives is meant to shake things up so that you understand the different things that you're not seeing about it. You learn to work with an energy instead of avoiding it. It puts you straight into the event. It makes you mingle with it, so to speak. It makes things rise. It makes the unseen rise. It brings things up to the surface. So this is basically saying that going with the flow will not necessarily make things peaceful, easy breezy all the time. It means there are some times where you might find yourself struggling, not understanding. Stay calm. Learn from the situation. Set your boundaries. Put your foot down. Negotiate. See what needs to get done. Because with totality here, if you work with that energy calmly, without feeling all riled up inside or hating it or feeling like, why does it go this way? Remember, this is why there is compassion. Like, don't judge it, work with it. You keep getting this idea. Don't judge it, work with it. Understand what it's all about, why things are happening the way they are, and work with that energy. It's like that time, it's like learning a math equation when we were in class. We were super confused in the beginning, like, what? Why didn't it work like the way the teacher was explaining? You have to go through that process so that you know what to ask for. Like, why didn't it work this time? Because remember, we said the negative on this side. When it comes to the other side, it becomes a positive. Oh, and so on, you see? Things start making sense. And your guides want things to click and make sense for you. And the only way is to go through it, but go through it peacefully. Going back to the math equation, you can be so angry at it, or you can calmly try to understand why it's not working. And instead of feeling frustrated, try to see what exactly didn't work and ask about it, and then come back and solve it. This way, you will, with totality, be able to grasp this situation easily, work with that tricky energy that you're not seeing at the moment, but it is the truth of the reality of the very thing that you are looking for and desiring. And it's the only way that can take you there the fastest. And while, just like what we talked with the big city energy, to go to that place that you really love without suffering from it, to have that needed experience, to go through it in the right way. So this means that this energy is not evil, it's not bad. You're just going to learn how to not get yourself into that bad situation. You've got the Tower card. Is it blurred? No, I don't think so. Yep, the Tower card. You've got the Knight of Pentacles with slowing down. And you've got the Eight of Pentacles with ordinariness. In this phase of your life, as you're getting into that beautiful thing that you're moving towards or that you really want, your guides don't want you. One of the things your guides are very focused on is that they don't want you to get into this tower energy. That's the most important part. The frustration, the anger, the fear, whatever this is. Because this is what can push you out of what you're trying to move towards. They don't want you to get into that state. You do notice a person meditating here, and so it says slow down. When you find yourself riled up and getting into the frustration of the Five of Wands, like, it's not working, why is this happening? Your guides are saying this is the moment to remember to calm down, because if you take yourself out of this point and remember, like on the outside of the story, this part of the story, and remember that your guides are saying, hey, you're going to get what you want. You're going to go there. You won't be so invested in it. So calm down. Remember that your guides are there for you. They want to give it to you. And so calm down. They want you to go through this process. The mastery here is to take it easy, to go through it like a breeze, is what I keep seeing for you. To enjoy the process, actually, as well. Enjoy the journey and not just the destination. The journey is beautiful if you look around you. It is full of blessings that you can love and enjoy if you look around you. One day when you've reached the destination, you will remember, remember when this was on my path, and remember when that was on my path. I really loved that. So take your time to enjoy it. The mastery here with the Eight of Pentacles is making the unordinary ordinary, making the things that you would usually get all riled up about easy and peaceful, to take it step by step and not get into that energy, which makes sense, because when we want something so much, when something is tantalizing, we can easily get frustrated, especially when we have to go through the journey to learn all about it, especially when it has heavy energy like that. So don't get frustrated. Remember, your guides got you. You're going to get what you want. Take it easy on yourself, especially with the emotional part. How you sail through this journey is everything. You want to go there gracefully. That's the most important part. You want to go there gracefully while keeping your beautiful, innocent energy. And taking the learning instead of being hit by the learning. And so in order to do that, you want to have a lot of patience, a lot of slowing down, taking it step by step, learning what it's trying to show you instead of getting frustrated, not judging and hating it, and trying to see why things are happening the way. Sorry, I got interrupted. So yeah, learning from it, working with that energy and taking it easy. Okay, with that said, let's take a look at the progression of the actual thing that you want. How is it going to happen in your life? How is this going to happen for you? Oh, thanks. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, you've got the Four of Wands with participation. You've got the Death card with transformation. I'm noticing all of the arms and the hands here. The hands, the arms. Perhaps you are going to slowly have a handle with the different elements here, a handle on the different type of energies involved in that situation that you love. Wow, the completion card. This is the World card. Oh, I'm so sorry. My apologies here. This is not the World card. This is the Temperance card. Integration. But in any case, I still see it in the same way. Slowly through balance, the Ouroboros, everything will be completed. Right. So the World card with completion, giving us the same idea. Before you know it, it's going to be completed. You're going to put all of the puzzle pieces together. You may not be seeing it now, with the third eye being placed towards the end, but you will see how everything is going to come together like puzzle pieces to make it happen for you. You're meant to receive it. Just be patient. You've got the King of Wands with the Creator. There's also something about your guides wanting you to be in a very powerful position while you sit on its throne, because that will allow you to create what you want out of it. So there is more here, like it's part of your mission somehow, and there is important creation as part of this process. And so once you sit on that throne, you will be creating important things, and you want to be there in a place of power and not from a place of weakness or naivety or vulnerability. And you've got the Page of Wands with playfulness. So there's also something about how you're going to have so much fun. So how is this going to happen for you? There's an initial stage here of you. It's not going to happen all of a sudden. There is a stage of you learning to understand the different elements or the different factors pertaining to the situation, and piece by piece, bit by bit, you will start having a handle on one area and going, I understand that part, and then another handle on an area until you're like, whoa, I get that part. I know how to work with these. Now I really don't know these two areas. I know nothing. And then you move on to that third area and you start getting a handle of it and understanding it and experiencing its energy to see what goes on there, until bit by bit, as usual, you start understanding how that works. And perhaps as you understand many things, when you get into the fourth part of it, you're like, I've got experience with all of these things. Now I want to apply it in there. I'm at an advantage of learning it. So all I'm trying to say is that with the Four of Wands, you're leveling up bit by bit, phase by phase, element by element, or stage or part of it by part of it. It's meant to come together as a puzzle piece at the end of the day, with the head here for you to understand it and see it. You're meant to absorb it bit by bit. Having it done in that unique way will help you bypass all of the things that people maybe spend years going through and suffering from, and some people may not even realize it at all. So you're very lucky when it comes to that thing that is drawing you in that you really want. Be patient. To have that type of knowledge and experience and seeing is really amazing. So yeah, let your spirit guides take you through all the phases necessary. It's just going to help you grow as a person, and it's going to help you get what you want in the way that you are currently imagining it. And that's the manifestation of it. So be patient, because once you get it, it seems to me that you're going to be getting it from a place of power. And from that place of power, you'll be able to enjoy life, enjoy it in whichever way you want, creating the things that you want to create and do the things that you want to create. You will be the creator of your own life, the one who has the power. No one will, or nothing will have power over you. And in order to reach that stage, you must understand all about it in order to bypass it. In order to create it in the way that best fits you, best fits your values, and best fits your dreams. And yeah, my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. There is some hard truths that must be swallowed because they are the reality of whatever it is that you want. Does it mean that they will stop you from getting what you want? Absolutely not. But they must be digested, understood. You must learn to deal with it. You must have the correct immune system in order for it to mean at some point nothing at all, because you've got the power to deal with it, and you've got the power to be okay nonetheless, and be powerful and to do things in your own way. And that, my dear pile number 2, is exactly what I see as your message from your spirit guides that they desperately want to send you. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at a message that your spirit guides are desperately trying to send you. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. The way I'm going to be doing this reading is that I'm going to be putting all of the oracle cards up top. Through them, we'll get the main message of what your spirit guides are trying to tell you about, what they're desperately trying to let you know about. And then we'll, of course, be expanding with your tarot deck. So that's the plan. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Blood's Dragon Jasper. Your significator card is the Fox and Ivy with the keyword adaptability. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, and Cancer. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's see what this is all about. By looking at your oracle cards first. So, you've got the Sun in Virgo with health. Okay. And that one is actually the first one that came out. It says pull off heist. So some of the keywords here are FBI, convict, sting operation, armed robbery, surveillance, hostage, and so on. Very interesting. Okay. Looks like some form of theft or something. I don't know. Like that's like not just stealing, that's like taking something huge. And you've got the Pilgrim with opportunities and the keyword growth. And you've got appearing stupid. That's weird. So That's one. That's an Enneagram here. Some of the keywords here are appearing senseless, get belittled, or worldliness, get invaded, or also appearing ignorant, or exhaustion by noise. That's interesting. I mean, the fox is very intelligent. So the dichotomy of the energies here is really interesting. One energy is super intelligent, super sharp. One energy is talking about senselessness. And interesting that the basic fear here is 14. The level of fear is low, which kind of makes me feel like you might be taking a risk because you're not afraid of the consequences, maybe. We'll find out. That's the initial reaction. Maybe you are taking a risk, whether you're aware that it's a risk or not. For some of you, this is a risk against your health. And you might be taking this risk feeling like, nothing's going to happen. But your guides want to tell you that this is not sensible. What you think is not going to happen is not sensible. You're thinking about it in a way that is irrational. And you are too unafraid, perhaps thinking, like you're taking a bold move here, thinking, nothing's going to happen to me. But with a bold move like that, like, for example, if someone is pulling off a heist, they've at least made sure that they have planned it down to the T, because any mistake, they're in trouble, right? So there's something about taking huge risks with minimal fear. And that's where the problem is. Like, your guides are not going to interfere in your decisions, but not being careful about it is what they really desperately want you to hear. Like, they want to illuminate you on what you're doing. If you're going to take a decision, do what you think is right for you, but at least make sure that you are doing it in a sensible way for yourself, so that you don't regret what you've done later. If it were for them, they would guide you to not take that risk at all. But if you want to take that risk, you at least want to use that opportunity to grow, and you want to do it sensibly. Yeah. That's the first main message that I'm seeing here. What I want to figure out is the pilgrim, because the pilgrim is about going somewhere for a sacred journey, and cleansing your energy and coming back all fresh. Like, for example, the pilgrim to the like the name of the river was right on the tip of my tongue. The Ganges River, Ganges River, for example. So cleansing, perhaps this is an invitation for cleansing. Look, you've got the cleansing here. This is an invitation. Your guides are inviting you, and I don't know what this is about, so I'm just going to read the energy of the cards. So is this saying whether you go through this risk or not, you're guided to cleanse? Or is this saying, cleanse that energy? At the very least, this is definitely talking about make sure that you are healthy, fresh. You perhaps clear your karma. Make sure you clear your karma, whether it's karma towards others or yourself. Yeah, clear that energy. Some energy needs to be cleared here. Well, I think it's like clear your karma, if I'm not mistaken, or clear what you're doing, clear the wrongdoing against yourself, because in the Ganges River, the pilgrims come to wash away and cleanse their sins. So there's something about clear your karma, or at least clear the wrongdoing that you are doing on yourself, like the things you are doing against yourself. Let's explore more on that. The best thing to do is to explore. So I will be using this part here to expand on that energy, get more specific. What is it that your guides are guiding you to steer clear from? What type of major risk are you taking that it would be more intelligent? The fox, the ivy, it's all intelligence. It would be intelligent to steer away from. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles. You've got another seven, the Seven of Wands. The Knight of Swords. Is there any more space? I think we should stop there. The what? Come on. Like straight to the guidance. Maybe you know. Maybe your guides are not, putting the effort on me getting it. They're putting the effort on you learning about what to do. Let me look at the cards a little bit. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. 7, 7. And numerology, the 7 is a prime number that can be broken down to the 3 and the 4, the creativity and the practicality. And we've got the 4 right there. So there's something about what your mind is telling you, what you are creatively seeing versus the practical, the reality of it. There's a risk in your life which you are imagining will go in a specific way, but the reality of it is that it's going to be very challenging. The reality of it is that you're meant to be patient and take things step by step. The Knight of Swords is the knight that goes after the right thing, and that's all they see, what they believe in. So there is something about be straightforward, do the right thing, continue to only do especially at this point of your life, you're guided to move towards the light, move towards the truth. Don't veer off course. Don't follow your imagination at this point, telling you, oh, it's all going to be okay. Because here, this is definitely talking about a huge risk. If you're thinking things like, oh, I know this person who pulled it off, I know that person who pulled it off, maybe they have great measures that allowed them to pull it off. Like if it's something pertaining to health, for example, then maybe they're very, very lucky genetically. Or maybe they were taking measures that your guides are seeing you aren't taking, or anything like that. In any case, that was just an example. All I'm trying to say is the way you're imagining it isn't matching the level of danger in every part pertaining to this risk. Like it's not just one. If we think about pulling off a heist, there are many risks. The amount of cameras everywhere, the amount of things that could go wrong, being entrapped somewhere, or all of the things that can go wrong. So I'm seeing something along the lines of, it's full of dangers that you're not seeing. And this is why, in your case, the best bet is to continue to go straight without swaying, without going up at just this time or anything like that, to just do the right thing. This is the best bet. that whatever you can lose here can be super healthy and vibrant, that you wouldn't lose it at all. So follow the right path seems to be your desperate call that your guides want you to show. Sevens, don't get yourself into unnecessary struggles or having to wait or slow down unnecessarily or whatever this could be talking about in your specific situation. Don't rob yourself from happiness, health, safety, security, whatever this is, and continue to only do the right thing. If you do the right thing with the Knight of Swords, will you be safe? Absolutely. You're at that phase where if you, with the Knight of Swords, continue to follow strictly without looking at anything else, you'll be absolutely safe and good and healthy. Everything's going to be great. But it's a critical time. You don't want to veer off course. Yeah, I'm actually seeing your guides. I was initially like, your guides are saying, it's your choice. It's absolutely your choice, of course. But it's more about clear that energy out of your life. With the Pilgrim, yeah, clear all of this energy off while you still can. Clear it off and continue to move straight. Yeah. Adaptability is probably talking about try to adapt, try to see what you can do to do things in the right way rather than needing to veer off course. Like this is the phase where you want to learn to adapt. Yeah. And this, by following this guidance and this track, you will grow a lot. It's full of opportunities for growth that you will really love and enjoy. So yeah, that's like a big warning here. And let's see the rest of your cards. Ah, wow, you've got the Devil card. Look, there's something about this is a huge, really toxic situation that you're not seeing. Don't entrap yourself there. It's like your guides are noticing that you're fully unaware of the dangers and they want to show you, no, it's way more dangerous than you are perceiving it to be. And realizing its capacity is how it's going to make you go through this intelligently. This is your guide saying you are a very intelligent person. Don't fall victim of the unknowing or taking uneducated decisions. And this is why through this reading, they're trying to show you its capacity. In that case, they know that if you know how bad this could get, you would be taking different decisions for sure. With the Devil card here. Yeah, you've got the Nine of Swords. You've got the Emperor. That's the headless, what is it called? The headless man? Hunter? Horseman. Yeah, it's kind of like, don't continue to tread mindlessly. The Justice card. Okay, so what are we seeing here? So it's kind of like there's a consequence to everything with the Justice card. Remember that consequences exist, and no matter what you choose today, how you choose to proceed will have its consequences. So decide what type of life you want to live in the future, what type of consequences you're okay or not okay with, and from that perspective, move forward. Don't move forward aimlessly or without knowing where that everything can take you. Because it looks like the consequences of your current path is leading to a place of being stuck somewhere that is not pleasant, that you may not like in the future. It might cause a lot of stress and sadness and unnecessary pain. In any case, I want to let you know, even if you should decide to move in this direction, your guides will still be there because that is the Japanese spirit of that is there in the evening to protect sleepers from evil spirits. So your guides want to let you know that we'll always be there for you. This is not a message meant to scare you. Even in that situation, we are going to be there. But in any case, just so you're aware, it is something that could cause a lot of pain later on that you don't want to go through. So make your choice. Make your choice. And plan with the Emperor. Plan well. Take the necessary steps that you know you should take. Build a great foundation for yourself. Build a great life for yourself. Build your own territory. Build your own life that you want. Do the right thing for yourself and be stable. And make the right choice that have the best consequences for yourself. And don't get yourself attached in a situation later on that you will greatly regret. Doesn't mean that you're going to go there. Are you already stuck? Absolutely not. The Devil card is all about you being able to take out of yourself from a situation you don't like. That is absolutely in your hands now. So yeah, do the right thing is what I keep seeing. All right. You've got, again, entrapment, the Baba Yaga. Interesting. So that gives us perspective. The Baba Yaga. The Seven of Swords. So that's the card of stealing. Something is stealing something from you. Like, is this a habit? Sixth house? Is this a habit, maybe? I don't know. Or your everyday routine or something with the sixth house? Health, routine, work, habits, something like that. Because I'll tell you why in a moment. Just a moment. The Five of Cups. Yeah. Crying over spilt milk. Crying over something you lost. Because here in the Eight of Swords, speaking of entrapment, I feel like something is slowly luring you into entrapment. Here we've got the house of Baba Yaga, who in the forest would lure kids with candy. She's like, "Ooh, would you like this candy? Follow me." And the children would follow her, only to be stuck up there in her house. So, yeah, the stealing here. It looks like something may be fun to you now or tastes good, just like candy, or something that is fun to you now that can lure you into something more serious later on, can rob so much from you, especially with the swords here. Rob your power to fight, rob your power to protect yourself, because this is a person from Camp A stealing the swords from Camp B. They'll wake up the next morning without any swords. So there's something here robbing from you, robbing your happiness, robbing your protection, robbing your safety. If this is finances with the heist here, like maybe this is like shopping a lot or spending a lot, thinking nothing can happen. And that could be robbing your security in that case from you. Could this be your health? Maybe you are consuming some food with toxicity that you might later on regret, that is robbing your immunity, for example, from you, your safety, your body's capability of healing itself or anything like that. The examples are endless, but the Five of Cups shows that the Three of Cards in that case shows that this is luring you in. At some point you're going to feel stuck. You won't have what is necessary to protect you from further robbing. And you will be crying over spilt milk, meaning you will regret it later on. So in that case, what is the guidance to adapt, since this is the significator card? What is the guidance? How can you make the right choice and build it in the right direction to continue to move forward without veering off course? What is your guidance specific and easy guidance in how you can do just that in your reading today. The easiest way in which you can do that. So you've got the Knight of Wands. Again, the Knight, right? Okay. The Six of Wands. And I'm getting 3 cards that came out together. So you've got the Tower cards. Shaking things up. King of Swords. As well as the 8 of Cups. There's something about shaking it off, walking away reminds me, and King of Swords. This combo here reminds me of going cold turkey. So like whatever it is that you want to take yourself out of, you're guided to go to cold turkey. Be very stern and firm with the King of Swords about it. It's just like cutting it and leaving and never coming back. That's the first thing, going cold turkey. Okay, so that's why you've got all these cards at the same time. There is something about Knight of Wands and the Six of Wands. Moving only towards success. Like this is more like keep your eye on the goal. If your eyes are on that end result, which we discussed, where the consequences, if your eyes are constantly towards clear goals that you want, you will move there quickly and you will always be successful. If things are vague, you won't be moving in that direction. So it's more like be clear so that you have your eye on the success, what that success is, and continue to only look at that. This will give you the motivation with the Knight of Wands that you need, the passion that you need, the excitement that you need, and the strength that will take you there. Without it, you could be fickle, that your motivation could be fickle. And this also is the exact energy that will make you adapt. Like, right, that's what I want, so what do I do now? Fine, I'll just take that dessert. I'll look for a dessert that is healthy, for example. Or fine, I will not leave my task entirely today. At least I will do one part instead of dropping it altogether. Or fine, I will make a phone call and see how I can fix this situation little by little. It will always try to make you figure it out. It will push you to figure things out until they become your norm. And thus the speed. They will allow you to move where you want to go successfully and quickly. Yeah, it will allow you to create that foundation with the key here, with your life that you want. Life key. Yeah, the foundation of the life that you want. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as your message, my dear pile number 3. Just cut it cold turkey. It might be very uncomfortable in the beginning, but that's when you're most motivated. So it's gonna pass by okay, that initial phase, and then you gotta have your clear goals. My goals are 1, 2, and 3. This is what I care about, and this is what will always allow you to intelligently go where you want to go quickly and without resistance and successfully. Yeah. And Knight of Wands also shows the desire that once you're out of that phase and you start seeing the success step by, as you move towards it, you'll want this direction anyway. Your desires will change from, for example, candy to healthy desserts, or from not working at all to enjoying what you're doing, and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, you will be moving towards a direction that will make you healthy, happy, and it's going to be with the Knight of Wands the most enjoyable, only by you figuring it out with your eyes set on the goal. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Finally, by the way, remember that you are very lucky to be connected spiritually and be able to receive great guidance like this from your guides at a critical time of your life, and to be able to move in the right direction and get the best out of your life. It is truly a huge blessing that many people around the world have not yet had the privilege to absorb and understand and receive. So I'm really seeing this as one of the important messages that I've done, to be able to get a message like that at a critical moment, to reverse something while you can into something amazing. So yeah, it is truly a great blessing, and I'm so happy to be able to help to allow you to receive this. All the best of luck, my dear pile number 3. I know that you will heed the call. Your guides want to show you this because they believe in your intelligence, and they believe that once you know about this, you are going to take the right action. And that's exactly what I see for you. I wish you all the best of luck. Truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!